to the next segment here. Next segment is called Plug or Unplug. And I want your quick takes on a couple pieces of gear, plugins and stuff, where plug, you love it, unplug, you're not a fan of it.
Okay.
And bypass or make inactive if you've never heard of it.
Okay.
Okay. So, and you can explain why or why not. Totally up to you. First plugin is the Tal Juno, the Toku Audio Line Juno VST.
Haven't used, so bypass.
Yeah, bypass. Yeah. I've
used the raw. That's not the raw and cloud one.
No.
Right?
The Rolling Cloud one is great.
Yeah.
Sometimes I actually think it's like, I love all the Rolling Cloud stuff. I think the Tal Juno, which is like, I think it's like $50.
Is it better?
Oh, yes. It like does the Juno thing more.
Oh, I need it.
I have a real Juno. And yeah, so I highly recommend the Tal Juno. It's like the only thing they make, and it's just like legendary.
Okay, I need that.
And what I love about it too.
Ask you about it later.
Yeah, no. What I love about it too is that like you can find so many like presets for it, which you can't for Rolling Cloud.
Yeah, the Rolling Cloud is limited on the preset.
But they sound great. Next plugin, my personal favorite, Spectrasonics Omnisphere.
Controversial. I'm gonna say Unplug.
No,
I love Omnisphere.
Yeah,
like I get it. I think it's awesome.
Yeah,
it kind of has like, unless I know what specifically I'm going for, I have a shit ton of contact libraries that I think are more inspiring for like random sample vibes and stuff. And it's just, maybe I just am due for more time with it. But I think by the time I got it, I had like gotten enough other ways to get at what I like that I haven't like really dove in. It sounds incredible though.
Yeah.
And you can do incredible things with it.
Here's my tip for you on it, because this is how I use it. It's a kind of like a flying blind approach. But it's literally when I'm like, I don't really know what I want to do today. I'll open it up and I'll just hit shuffle.
Yeah.
And I'll just find a sound.
That's the times that I do use it, is doing that kind of thing. I just haven't been in a starting things from software place for a minute. It's usually an acoustic guitar.
Which I love.
Or, maybe a splice loop, certain things.
Yeah.
A lot of times, though, it's like chords and more song-rooted now to start.
I've come up with, like, arguably my greatest riffs, just, like, randomly opening up Omnisphere and just being like, oh, let's see what I come up with.
2025.
I mean, the Build the Bitch riff was written like that. I just opened it up.
Really?
Like, we already had the concept, but, like, I just kind of, like, went through, like, things that I just started playing the riff from the sound. Anyway, it's the whole
great
thing.
riff.
Thank you. Next one is FabFilter's Saturn.
Oh, definite plug.
Yeah.
Definitely
what do you like about it?
It can just do a ton. Yeah. Like you can get it. That's one where I've had like programmed drums and I've thrown it on and dialed it in, and then it feels like a straight up like drum loop that you're like sampling from wherever. It's just it's just powerful. Like you can you have so many bands. You can adjust the brightness and EQ of each band.
Yep.
You have all of the drive. You have a dry wet of the whole thing. I cannot. I still don't use it enough, and it's like it's so good. Vocals,
are you mostly
drums, master.
Are you sticking to Saturn 1 or Saturn 2 most of the time?
I feel like usually Saturn 2.
Yeah,
I can't remember the difference.
Saturn 2 just has a couple more features. That's about it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's like I haven't reached for Saturn because Saturn 2 does everything the same.
The only reason that I wouldn't reach for Saturn is because old habits die hard CPU wise.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, maybe let me not. But I mean, I'm essentially, Saturn just enables like under the hood what I would do. Like I do all the time, like throw decapitator on something and like turn the like dark bright knob like slightly, and that's it.
That's it.
And
that's
like
sometimes
that's where like Saturn would let me do more of that.
Yeah,
on a higher level.
I love it. Okay, next plugin, Waves Kramer tape. I
would say, I mean, in fairness, if I said unplug on Omnisphere, definitely unplug on that. But I'm going to revise Omnisphere to a plug. I'm just not as enthused as other people. I would say Kramer tape is a plug. I use it. It's very consistent. It's reliable. I like just having variety in tape kind of mods, especially. I feel like that's one of the more like, I'm not looking for like crazy zany, like the most vibey of all time.
No,
I'm
that's
looking
not
for
vibey.
Like
that's
a touch of work being done.
Yeah.
Drum bus, vocals.
I used to use it so much more often, and then I stopped because I love like Sketch Cassette and a bunch of the other ones.
Use it on everything.
Okay, this next plugin is one we ask every guest because we get wildly different answers. CLA vocals.
I used to use CLA vocals
As we
a
all do.
lot. So when I was, fortunate enough to work with the MXM type
Yeah.
producers, shout out Rami
There you
Yacoub.
go.
I was just working with him, and he's still using CLA vocals.
Crazy.
Yeah, which not my thing.
No.
Not my thing. It's too much under the hood. It's a lot of stuff, but I used it for years. It's also like through an SM7, like it kind of works. But I'll tell you what, you know what I use instead of CLA vocal
No,
now
what's that?
is the Spirit, the Lou Bell.
Yeah.
That one is dope for like real quick, throw it on, like on a SM7 vocal and just like
It
move
just
on.
works.
If your computer is dying,
Yeah.
it's a great choice.
There's the other one that the Josh Goodwin one I'm blanking out on. Oh God.
I'm intrigued though. I
Yeah.
love all of that.
I'll tell you about it after. I'm just like blanking out on the name right now, and it's really bugging me. I'll put it in the notes of the show after, and I'll text you about it. But it's really good too. It's like more for multiple things. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the last plugin here. Last plugin for our listeners and for you, it's like a super widely used plugin. We spoke about it a little bit already. Guitar Rig.
Oh, Guitar Rig kicks ass.
Yeah.
It gets better and better, and it's kind of unfair because I spend all this money on like neural DSP and all this other stuff, but it's got such creative, like inspiring sounds, and it just sounds great.
I love plugins with a great preset library.
Yeah, incredible preset library.
Because I like sometimes where it's just like, I'll click around and happy accidents galore.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of times I'm just looking for, I don't know, it goes back and forth. Because sometimes I'm like looking for a super specific thing where I'm like going to dial it in forever. But a lot of times I feel like I'm so part oriented and like composition oriented that I don't want to get too in the mud on this. So like, let me get like a surf guitar vibe and then write the surfy part.
Right, because you just want to go.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
And that's what like, that's the magic thing about presets. Like I can just move. I can just go and like not have to think about this and like tweak later.
Yeah, I feel like preset tweaking is like the secret of everybody I've ever met that's a legend.
We're all doing it. So there's some people like, I don't do presets. It's like, why? You don't like saving time?
Or like you I like nerding out and like synthesizing synths and stuff from scratch, but I also remember a really distinct moment where I think I had like the ego enough to be like, oh, we want that. Yeah, let me just make it. And like spent like 10 minutes trying to get it. And I'm like, why did I do that, dude? I definitely have the preset for it.